your week's doing great. Here's the best moments from...
Our topic today is situationships. Oh, actually,
Situationship. Ano yun? Parang spaceship.
it's funny because a lot of people have been asking us to talk about it, but I don't even know what it is. So right before this podcast, I was like, hey Google, what is a situationship? And Google defines it as, let me get my phone.
Okay,
Eto,
go.
a situationship, it literally says here, situationship meaning, it's emotionally connected but without commitment or future planning. The labels boyfriend and girlfriend don't really apply, but it's a way beyond a casual hookup. It includes going on dates, having sex, and building intimacy without a clear objective in mind. Enter situationship. And this is from time.com.
Dinescribe natin.
Another one,
We're
huh?
basically describing it for ourselves because most likely,
Alam na nila.
alam na nila yun.
Ito. So I hear girls always saying all the time, I don't want to be in a situationship with you, or I don't want just a situationship.
Parang, meron naman yun dati. There were always instances of situationships. Even in our generation. Pero parang hindi lang dinefine.
Yes.
Parang sinasabi lang natin, parang ang labo niya. Hindi ko gets.
There was even MU.
Oo.
Right? Oh my God, we're so old. I haven't heard that term being used ever.
Oh, MU.
MU. Mutual understanding.
Yes.
That's what it meant.
Or in Cebuano, murag uyab.
Oh yes, my mom
Yeah,
always says that.
Parang kayo, pero hindi kayo.
My mom always says, ayaw pag MU ha, like don't do MU because it's like you're together but you're not. Something like that.
Oh.
Like murag uyab pero di ay.
Do you think girls are more lugi when it comes to situationships or MU?
Girls are more lugi. I don't think anyone's lugi. I guess the person who's lugi is the person who is more affected by it, or the one who doesn't enjoy it, or the one who's like... It's the one who doesn't enjoy it, or the one who's
is
asking
not
for...
agreeable to it.
The one that's not agreeable to it, yeah.
Yes, I feel like it's lugi when it's not defined or it's not set na parang ano talaga tayo.
Yeah, like I'm just dating around. I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now, but I enjoy spending time with you.
But alam mo, I feel like it's an excuse. This whole situationship thing is an excuse for mga players, whether girl or boy.
I don't think it's an excuse. I think it's just a term.
It can be used as an excuse.
Okay.
Na parang, okay, sige, situationship tayo ah. So parang...
Parang nahirapan ka mag-pronunciate ng situationship lang.
It's very new. It's like this is the first day I've said this. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Okay, but I'm thinking, okay, in our day, it was MU. Okay, so naiintindihan ko yung situationship.
It's a shit situationship.
Yeah, and it can be a situationship if both parties hindi nag-agree or hindi sila nagkakaintindihan. Let's say, for example, parang, okay, situationship tayo, so I can sleep around or talk to other girls or whatever. It would be unfair if you were expecting something na parang hindi ka in that phase, but nag-yes ka lang because you like me a lot.
Yes.
And I think this is the most common and the most dangerous thing about a situationship.
No, I agree because most of the girls that I've spoken to, and syempre girls yung mga nakakausap ko kasi boys don't usually open up about things like this. But I guess it goes both ways, right? You like someone, somebody else likes you, you're flirting back and forth. You're a little bit scared to ask,
Ano ba talaga tayo?
ano ba talaga tayo? Is this something? Are we gonna move forward? Nahihiya ka to ask kasi you don't want naman to be to look desperate or to be that person na, uy, she wants to have that talk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's a lot of pressure for both parties. So, what if the guy will come back to you or the girl and will say na, ano ba, why do you have to define it? Why do you have to ruin it? We're just enjoying it. We see that all the time in movies.
Yes, but the problem is when, like, I always say this, the reason why you're in a relationship is because you see someone growing old with you. So, pag nasa situationship lang kayo, parang, yung liking each other is not there yet, siguro. And
At least for one party, I guess.
at the very least for one party. Let's say, ganito, gauge natin na the pinakamababa na level would be flirting pa kayo, and then situationship, and then boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you get married. Parang ganyan. Pero, ang hirap naman na nandun lang kayo sa level na yun, na hindi nag-ramp up, and it's not going anywhere. It's like...
Yeah, and if the other party is thinking, okay, this is gonna progress to the next level,
Yeah.
Like, for one party, it's like, okay, proceed na tayo to the next level. But for the other party, it's like, no, I'm enjoying the situationship and I'm gonna have the situationship with other people.
Yes.
That's when it's dangerous.
Yeah, but
And you don't
parang-
know if ikaw yung other party, di ba? How will you know? Unless
Oo.
mag-uusap kayo.
And what is really the point?
Unless gusto mo maging player, you like that vibe, you like that.
If you want to be a player, then don't even enter the situationship.
You know, some people are also hardwired to just, like, okay lang sa kanila yun. Like, not all people want to progress to the next level. Like, you
Yeah,
and me,
maybe,
you know?
maybe.
Yeah, so I guess that's what a lot of people are dealing with now. Kasi it's so undefined. What do I expect? Where do I go? What's the next phase from here?
Do situationships last for years, or is this just
Sobrang wala kaming alam.
It's a very tito comment. Like does it? Like I can't imagine it lasting for years.
No, like, for example,
I
let's
can
just
imagine
say,
it lasting for a few months. Kaya.
let's
And
just
I've
say, let's
probably
just
been
say,
there.
let's just say I'm a girl and I love the feeling of guys chasing after me. And so I'll lead, let's say, 3 guys on. Or let's say
Okay.
2 guys on.
Okay.
So, mayroon akong situationship with 2 guys. Pero ayoko mag-commit. Kasi once I commit to one, syempre, I have to let go of the other.
Yes.
So, situationship na lang ako for both.
Okay.
Para ma-maintain yung lagi silang naliligaw sa akin, making me feel good, ganyan-ganyan. O, pwede rin ganun.
Yes, but the feeling, the initial feeling of a new person is diba very malaki and like emotionally charged, especially when you're dealing with a new relationship. And eventually, nagfi-fade siya into something more mature, more substantial. Hindi siya na may maintain talaga, and I think it's impossible to maintain it na flirty-flirty lang siya for
Yeah.
years on end.
Yes.
So that's what I'm having a hard time wrapping
I
my
don't
head
think
around.
it's years. I don't think it's years. I think it's just basically non-committal people or people afraid of commitment.
Yes.
That's the
yes.
issue.
Yes, sa akin naman, I feel like there are a lot of people who can deal with just casual type relationships. Like, okay, I'm single, I'm just here to have fun, and we'll see where this takes us. Parang ganyan. But meron ding iba na ayaw magpapa-pressure. Like, what if I come from a traditional family? Or what if I want relationships that actually go somewhere? So, it shouldn't be, parang, sabihin mo, we're talking about intentions. Ano ba talaga intention mo? If
Yeah.
it's just a play around thing, I don't want it.
Yeah. I think when you get to a point that you're in a situationship, let's say matagal na kayo nasa situationship, one of you has to break the ice and say either I want out of this or like I just want to stay here forever. At least clear. At least nag-usap kayong dalawa.
Yes.
Kung ano ba talaga.
And I think
basically.
it's a limbo in a way wherein
Yeah.
meron siyang gray, ang daming gray areas sa situationship na parang, of course, there's going to be a person that's gonna like the other person more. And that person is going to get hurt.
Yes.
Whether it's the guy or the girl. Because if parang din kayong pwedeng meron, pwedeng hindi, na
Yeah.
kind of thing, hindi rin magtatagal yung relationship na yun, whatever you call it. So, you know what? I never expected that these words would come from my mouth. I feel like I'm a daddy.
Yeah. Oh my God. I feel it.
Yeah, but
But you know what? Sometimes we also, there's this need to define everything. I feel with my past relationship before you love, I was together with a guy for 7 years, and we never actually, what do you call it? DTR, define the relationship. We
Yeah.
never had a DTR talk, and he never asked me to be his girlfriend.
so parang
Syempre, understood na lang. Kasi kung 7 years na kayo, iisipin ko pa ba na situation siya, ang tagal na, di ba?
Oo.
So, parang, depende rin yun sa chemistry niyong dalawa. But, I guess if it's eating you up inside, you really need to have the talk. I
Yeah,
think.
the important thing siguro with any relationship, whatever label you put in, is there's constant communication. So that
Yeah.
both parties, parang alam nila where we're at.
I think when you're older and you're more set in your ways and also set ka na with who you are,
Yeah.
it's easier to not overthink so much and be okay with things not happening for you.
Yes.
Really, it's all mental, right?
Yeah.
You don't really know what it entails to get there. You don't really know if nag-start sila sa situationship, nag-DTR ba sila,
Yes.
happy ba sila ngayon. So, kanya-kanyang path lang yan, kanya-kanyang goal. I think my advice is, let's try not to be so preening about it. Enjoy it, let it linger, let it settle in. With everything, just laugh about it, have a light heart about it. If people are teasing you, then tease him also. Ay, kasama mo ako. Ganun lang. Like life. And obviously, this is easier said than done. And we can say this because we're happily married. Matanda na kami. Tapos
lumaan
na.
kami.
Pero,
Sa mga kalokohan
but
and
we
mga
understand
heartbreaks.
that when you're in that situation, syempre, parang ang dami mong iniisip at ang dami mong feelings. So, it's just harder to see things from our perspective. Diba?
So whatever label that you put in, I feel like it's okay. Basta parang on the same page kayo.
Yes.
You do what you want. Like parang, you do what you want. Parang very tatay. Let's end this podcast.